Wiseman Institute is a leading provider of business improvement and technical training solutions. We specialize in cabinet making, engineering, food processing, bread baking, and building and construction. Welcome to the running of the CNC router. Today we will be briefly covering the following: machine components, CNC software functions, skimming, input and export of files, and run program. We have covered pre-operational checks in our previous video. Now we are about to show you how to run the CNC router. Please refer to your manufacturer's manuals and guides. The components of the CNC router is made up of many parts. This includes power sources, vacuum and extraction system, locating pin, 3-axis operation, machine tooling, calibration sensor, the offload function, and the most important, machine controller. Main isolated power switch enables power to the machine from the switchboard. If any maintenance required to be carried out on the machine, the main isolator can be padlocked to prevent any accidental operation. Machine power switch provides power to the machine. The vacuum system on the CNC router has a direct impact on safety and quality. If the suction is not at desired pressure or level, it could lead to small pieces being moved onto the machine bed. Vacuum pump provides suction to the bed, securing materials. Vacuum sector control: if small sheets are being cut, the controls or handles on the side of the machine enable the user to turn off vacuum denominated parts of the machine bed. The machine bed is where the materials are placed and located for the cutting process. It consists of two components: bed base, which contains suction holes to secure the piece, and the sacrificial sheet, which acts as the protective layer to the bed. Moving on to the extraction system on a machine. This is another aspect of the machine operation that has an impact on safety and quality. If there is a lack of extraction, the sawdust gets blown around the machine. If the sawdust is not extracted, it may impact on the machine operation, as there will be a loss of vacuum due to sawdust interference, not to mention the increase of wear and tear on the machine's running gear. The cutting head is the first collection point for the sawdust. It has curtains to prevent dust spreading or escaping. Sawdust then gets transported from the bed or head of the machine through the ducting pipes and into the dust bags. The filters and bags collect the sawdust that is created by the drilling and cutting operation. Moving on to the locating pins, which are used to position the cutting material on the machine bed. The pins ensure that the material is correctly located for the drilling and cutting operations that occur. To engage and disengage the pins, the operator can use the full pedal to command the CNC to do this. It is crucial to understand how a CNC operates. The cutting or drilling head of this machine moves according to coordinates provided by the program and machine controller. All coordinates or instructions are given in reference to 3 axes: the X, Y, and Z axis. During the machine operations, the drilling head will travel across one axis or simultaneously across a number of axes, depending on the instructions sent to the machine. The machine tooling is a very sensitive and important aspect of the machine setup and functionality. Machine tooling consists of a number of various tools. These tools are drills, cutters, skimmers, etc. Tooling on this CNC router is located in 2 different locations. First prime location is the cutting head, which holds the cutter and all of the drill bits. Second is the tool rack, which holds the skimmer and optional locations for other relevant tooling. Moving on to the calibration sensor. This acts as an integral part of ensuring correct machine operation. Upon changing a drill bit or a cutter, this is where the new bit is measured for height to ensure when the bit is called up for operation, it will operate at the desired depth. The offload function is not a common feature on all CNC machines. In saying this, our CNC, the Rapid E21325, does possess this function. This function is purely a time-saving device in that it improves the runtime of the machine, as labeling, sorting of parts and removal of offcuts is conducted on the offload table. Machine controller is where all of the program files are loaded, files selected and run. All machine functions and operations are controlled from the machine controller. The controller operates like a computer with its own software package, which enables the operator to run the machine as required. The control box allows us to control and run the machine, contains all machine functions and options. There's also a hand controller which is used to manually control the machine. The machine runs through a controller, which is the brains of the machine. The software program is made by Syntec Incorporation. The software is an interface between the user and the machining of products. Through the software, the user can import or export files, set machine parameters, monitor machine operation, and give the machine instructions to perform physical operations. The software program on the CNC router is controlled from one main screen. From this screen, all required operations are performed, from machining setting adjustment through to machine running operations. The CNC machine uses a sacrificial sheet during all operations. This sacrificial sheet protects the machine bed and other components, and this sheet also acts as a protection agent for the material. Through the vacuum pumps, it also ensures that the sheet is secure during drilling and cutting operations. Over a period of time through machine usage, small cuts are made in the sacrificial sheet. When there are too many cuts and the depth of the cut is too deep, the vacuum will drop, causing parts to move during cutting operations. For this reason, the operator will require to skim the sheet. When skimming is performed, the cutting removes all of the grooves from the surface from the sacrificial sheet, ensuring the material can be placed on the sheet without any vacuum loss. To skim a sheet on the CNC, the following steps have to be taken. Home the machine, change machine mode to auto, return to the home screen, load the skim program by clicking on the Run button, click on the Select File button in the bottom left hand corner. When the menu opens up, double click on the LED skim sheet program. Doing this will select the file to be run on the machine. Now return to the main menu by clicking on the M button in the top right hand corner of the screen. Reduce the Z axis to desired skim level by clicking on the Position button in the home screen. Click on the Set Workpiece Chord button, bottom center of the screen, or press F5. Click on the Z measurement under External Shift. Type in the new value in the purple field bottom left corner. The new value will depend on the depth of the cut on the sacrificial sheet. Hit enter once you have typed in the new value. The Z value should then change. Click on the M button in the top right hand corner to return to the home screen to continue skimming sheet. Run the skim sheet file on the CNC by clicking on the Vacuum On button and the Suction button to turn on the vacuum and the suction. Load the pins, click the Cycle Start button and press the Start button on the front of the controller. This will commence the machine operation. If it's a new sheet, then apply the same process on the other side of the sheet. The main menu is the starting point for all operations. There are two ways to access the menu: by clicking on the Pick button, Mode Select, or the small M button located on the top right hand side of the window. To import a file, you must select the Program button or hit F2 on the keyboard, then select the File Manager button or hit F8 on the keyboard. Select the File Import button or hit F4 on the keyboard. Select USB on the top left hand corner of the screen. Expand folders to show which files are within the selected folder by double clicking on the selected folder. Select the files to import by ticking the boxes on the files. Once that has been completed, select the Copy button or hit F1 on keyboard. The screen will indicate the file transfer is occurring. Once the file transfer is complete, close the dialog box and navigate back to the main menu. Once you're on the main screen, you have completed the file transfer and can initiate other programs. To load the file, the main menu is the starting point. You must click on Run, which directs the operator to another graphical menu. The graphical menu provides access to files for upload. Press F1 or click Select File in the graphical menu. Locate the file you wish to run. Double click on the file. This will result in the file being loaded in the controller memory as the file to be run. The file name that is displayed on the screen will be used to run the cycle. Now return to main menu by clicking on the M button. Bring the pins up with the foot. Load the CNC with the required board. This is to be performed by a 2-person lift. Pat down the board evenly around the complete surface area to ensure release of air pockets for better suction performance. Finally, in Mode Select menu, select Order for Machine Readiness. Now you're ready to run a program. To run a program, you must turn on the vacuum to allow the extraction of sawdust and suction to secure the material to the bed. As the vacuum and suction holds the cutting board in position, the locking pins must now be lowered to enable the cutting process to begin. Press the foot pedal to load the pins. Return to the main menu to access the Cycle Start button. Press the Cycle Start button to begin the cutting cycle. Once the machine cycle completes, the machine head will return to home position. then you must remove and dispose any offcuts. At all times follow the appropriate disposal procedure. Now place labels on each cut panel. This will guide you on how to assemble as well as which sides need to be edged by the edge bender. The finished panels are then stored in a single location so it can be identified.